by their perfect sweep over Moist yesterday.
This Team Liquid roster has been looking phenomenal, but of course this is the test for all teams in the Tour de Rocket League to see if they can take down the new monster that is this BDS roster with the addition of Seiko. Liquid, they got a tall task, but if the perfect sweep for Moist yesterday wasn't a fluke, they should be up for the challenge.
So with that in mind, we keep an eye on just how long Team Liquid goes without conceding a goal in this series. See if that magic is still there. Vatira from Moist, he called his shot a couple of weeks ago. He said, hey, this team, Liquid, they are legit. If they get things figured out, they're going to be very dangerous. And, well, he saw it firsthand as Oski let that one go for a Chronic. Seiko with a big clear. And Atto not wasting any time. Quickly in the air, trying to get in Monkey Moon's way. And Oski's going to have to rotate out as well as a Chronic throws one up to the corner. Team BDS under some fire early here. Seiko, Extra falling in behind. Monkey Moon, ever so dangerous, waiting for one to come his way, and it's still not going to get there. And Oski plays away from him. I think it's going to be critical here, Daz, for Team Liquid to play keep away from Monkey Moon. Make Seiko beat them. I mean, you kind of pick your poison with Team BDS, but Monkey Moon is still the guy.
I mean, that's really tough. And you got a lot of people who would even debate just that here, Stacks. But that being said, the mechanics are on display for this entire field, to be honest, as Oski, a Chronic, a Tao, they can do pretty much most of the same things mechanic-wise. It really does come down to how well these players are controlling the ball, which is going to be why this one is going to be so electric to watch, as all it takes is one misplay, and you see what happens. Extra lines up a top right shot to start us off.
Moist Esports right now taking notes. Oh, that's how you score against these guys. Just let one rip from the wing. It's Extra. Opens up the scoring for Team BDS. And now the challenge is laid down to Liquid. Can they answer? They've been flying around the field. You would expect they'd be able to. But everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth, as Mike Tyson once said. And, well, Liquid's now been punched. So let's see how they respond. Oski downfield with a Chronic streaking down there. Seiko, first touch got away from him. That's a big demo by Extra. Take it out, Oski. Extra again with the big clear. Trying to do everything right now for Team BDS, and it's working so far.
I like in terms of Liquid, though, how well they've been able to move up front, and then they're not afraid to challenge BDS in that midfield. Again, forcing a player like Extra Monkey Moon to get up very quickly, as Extra actually had a good shot lined up there. Could have been a 2-goal game. Now it'll go the other way. It's an open net, and the Towel will put one in for Liquid. We're all tied up.
Don't sleep on these guys. That's a big win. Nobody else anywhere near the play for BDS. They got caught watching. 2:22 to go. Brand new ball game here in game one. Was best of 7 in our upper bracket finals. Winner to the grand finals with that all-important Extra life. There is Extra for Seiko, and that's just going to get away from him. Still possession for BDS. Monkey Moon has Seiko waiting. That's going to be way too strong, but possession remains. That's a good clear by Etau. Just sending one across and out of the zone as Extra has to race back. This could be dangerous. Liquid, they're swarming, but a Chronic couldn't get there ahead of Extra.
Still, yeah, you're right. Liquid are swarming, doing a really good job of keeping that possession up in front. And look at these beats. Again, forcing Seiko to make challenges instead of being able to control the ball on that air dribble. This is really solid pressure we're seeing out of Team Liquid. And for BDS, that one shot that we've seen from Extra is the only one they've got in this game.
We do not see teams often put up the kind of defensive numbers that Liquid has put up in this tournament. It's not just the series with Moist yesterday where they perfect swept them. It's the entire tournament where, again, they average less than a goal per game allowed. So Team BDS going to have their hands full here, getting that second one to break this 1-all deadlock. Oski chasing Seiko down the pitch. It's a Chronic after that got away, and a bouncer set away by Monkey Moon. A little wide of the target as Oski will collect.
Good pressure there from Oski on that demo as well. Again, putting Monkey Moon in a tough spot. They're trying to, again, just get BDS awkward, uncomfortable. A Chronic, free ball, but not enough boost to go for the flip reset there. Has to play that 50 in front of the goal line. 45 seconds left, and it seems like Liquid, they have the recipe to get past BDS, but they haven't been able to execute in front of the goal line.
I think this Liquid team just moving far faster than anybody would have expected when the news broke that they were moving on past Ronicky and going with this kind of youth revolution. There were some skeptics. Those skeptics have been proved wrong by this performance, especially. Atao right there for Monkey Moon, and Oski's going to be shredding back and easily set that away from Seiko. A Chronic to his left. A Chronic shot, no. Atao the follow, and Monkey Moon set it away. The shot was wide, but still, you can sense they're trying to get BDS to move side by side and burn all their boosts, and they almost score at 0 seconds. We go to overtime in game 1, and a Chronic looking to end it early, but Seiko's got other plans.
This is interesting, Stacks. BDS are looking shaky under all this pressure. Liquid have been able to transition really well. I like the passes from them. The mechanics have been able to open up space. Again, just those last shots haven't necessarily been the ones to fall. But even down to that 0 seconds, you had 2 people from BDS on the back wall together. They looked really awkward. All it takes is a better play shot from Team Liquid. They could have walked away with game 1. We'll see how this overtime fares, though, as again, Liquid opened this one up for the first 30 seconds with just all offense.
Like the creativity there by Monkey Moon, just being willing to play the ball back towards midfield, not just go full bore towards the net. Monkey Moon knocked out of the way, but Seiko's there in support. Oski's shot just a little high. Oh, he almost ended it there. They almost broke down the BDS defense, but almost only counts in horseshoes. We continue on. A Chronic with Atao behind him. And Extra might give it right to him. He does, but Monkey Moon there to back up the play again. It's very rarely the first challenge. It's the second defender that proves lethal for Team BDS as Oski's got to get up. A Chronic threatening to get in behind the defense. Now he's got to get in the air ahead of Extra, but he does. And Atao on target, and Monkey Moon with the save. The shots come from out of nowhere.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, and it's been even tough for Extra to get involved because I saw him trying to go for demos. Meanwhile, the pressure is still coming in. Oski almost had a double. I thought he would have finished it there. So well done here from Liquid in the start of this, at least in terms of just getting these close chances. They're not afraid to jump in front of BDS in front of the goal line. This is the confidence you want to see from a team that's trying to tackle the top.
Atao there to meet Seiko, and a Chronic against Monkey Moon. Atao downfield, and that's going to be a little high. No follow-up from Liquid, so sometimes maybe they're a little too fast for their own good. Atao turning on this. A Chronic filing in as well. It'll be Atao challenging Seiko. Can't recover in time, though. Monkey Moon, oh, Oski read this incredibly well. This will drop down towards a Chronic, and BDS defense again had to be on their toes. Pressure's mounting again, but Atao whiffed on this. And Seiko's got the easy clear, but that's not really a good touch at all. It's given right back to Team Liquid. And here comes Atao for the win. And Monkey Moon saves the day once. Extra saves it again, but a Chronic denied by Seiko. Everybody in on the act for BDS.
Okay, a couple of the shots I understand. It seemed like Liquid shot one right at Monkey Moon. That's how he got the save. But that follow-up offensive pressure and the way Liquid were placing their shots, I am really surprised this OT is still gone on. What goal line saves we've seen here from BDS.
Oski and Extra take each other out, and once you get into a long overtime like this, you get into a rhythm. One demo, one bump can spell the end. It's a Chronic. Let that one get away, so Seiko will pop it out. Atao up so fast. He might be one of the fastest in the league at this point. Monkey Moon now looking towards Extra. Shot going the opposite way, and Oski had it. It was off target anyways. 3.5 minutes of overtime. This is only game 1. Wonder what they've got for an encore. Here's a Chronic. A little wide. Seiko had to make the save. It looked like it was bound for the post. And now Seiko there to challenge Oski. Atao quickly up again. Boy, that's been a theme. As he may have one more touch. He does. And Oski there to stop that from reaching the center line. More pressure again from Liquid as the stats continue to pile up. There have been 21 shots from Team Liquid to just 3 from Team BDS.
12 of those shots have come from a Chronic alone. Oski only has 2. And you see a foul coming in with this one. Just again, Liquid not afraid to play this in front of BDS. And they've been really solid in stopping them on the midfield line too. You see Monkey Moon starting with mechanics and it just gets shut down so easily. As here they are again still trying to salvage some offensive pressure, but that time that drive didn't go too well. BDS on the counter looked deadly, but Oski stops one shot. Another follow-up from Extra. It's in front of the goal line, but Atal's able to knock it away for the save.
A rare opportunity from BDS sent away. Now Atal on the counterattack. Extra just got back in time, and Monkey Moon tried to spring him downfield, but there is a Chronic and Oski to snuff out the play. Now Seiko through the corner and not anywhere near the front of the net. A Chronic up to the task this time as we continue on. And don't worry, we've got Direct already looking through the Rocket League encyclopedia to see just how close we are to setting some records. Monkey Moon's drive sent away by Atal, and Oski back away. A Chronic shot just wide, and again Liquid with another near miss, but they are not missing by much. That one's a double commit, and Oski almost made him pay for it. A Chronic, you can tell the Sharks are kind of circling here, Daz, as Liquid almost feel like it's inevitable soon.
Yeah, they've been looking for a way in, and you can see now BDS, though, they're starting to be a little bit more confident down the press. They ended up doubling their shot total since the last time you spoke about it. Still have not been able to stop Team Liquid from gaining control here in the midfield. Liquid have been able to take the ball from BDS, play it upfield really well, and get so many solid close shot opportunities. BDS have definitely looked uncomfortable from the start of this, and Liquid have been firing on all cylinders. They just can't seem to find the back of the net.
Monkey Moon will let it go for Seiko. He's skied it up for Extra. That's a solid idea, and he's actually a decoy, so Seiko tries to play it himself. Team BDS are trying to be creative, and Team Liquid are not taking any of the bait. Extra, indirect, a Chronic whiffed on it, and Extra missed high. Monkey Moon just drills the net, and Liquid let one get away after 6 minutes of OT.
Just this one miss from a Chronic, Atal in a tough spot. Oski trying to bail him out. It's so close. But of course, Monkey Moon with the shot placement. BDS walk away with game 1.
Well, that's got to be painful for Team Liquid. The tune of 22 shots. It was 21-3 at one point. A flourish from Team BDS late in that overtime. You talk about resilience and perseverance, Dazarin. That is the epitome of it right there from Team BDS, and Monkey Moon, of course, the leader, double savior medal and the game winner.
I mean, yeah, very solid for Monkey Moon. I mean, Seiko as well played more defensively than offensively that game. I think that was a really big point in there. Team Liquid, though, again, even with that loss, it comes off of one mistake. I really think that, and they probably should have walked away with that, to seeing just how much offense that they had on and looking at some of the shots and redirects that they had in place. That being said, they weren't able to finish some of their drives, even though they were able to get around BDS in the midfield and even in their own box. Now it's just about, okay, if the series is going to be this long and it's going to be this tense, how much more gas do these young guns have in the tank? I would assume a lot based on what we've seen from the opener, but it's going to be really tough to kind of battle things back after a tough loss in OT.
Yesterday, we had one of the youngest matches in RLCS history between Moist and Team Liquid. Liquid not conceding a single goal as part of a 4-0 sweep. And now we move on to the Aqua Dome, game 2. After only an 11-minute and 16-second first game, I figure we've got, you know, another couple 5-minute overtimes in us. Here we go. I wonder how Liquid is going to recover mentally, of course, from that game, because you get into that rhythm, right? I mean, you're just kind of circling around the field for a whole 11 minutes, waiting for something to open up. Nothing does. And now you go back to square one, and it's still a tie ball game right off the start. But the sense of urgency maybe not there so much, as Atal going to play one back to Oski, and that wasn't quite where he intended to go. But the passing generally on point so far in this series from Liquid, that one notwithstanding.
Yeah, and I really am liking the passing. Even though Acronic sends that to Oski, Oski says, okay, I can't make a solo play on this, but I see a towel on the side. Let's hit him with a pass, work through that angle. They're always coming and looking towards each other. You can tell from just how they're playing around each other. They need that when going against a team like BDS, who are just, you know, so dangerous with their mechanics out in front and the way they play in terms of team play as well. This is a good matchup head-to-head. Monkey Moon gets a free shot, and Atal has to dive for the save. Still in front of the goal line. Extra, it's off the post, and it'll go into the other corner.
Monkey Moon just jumping in there to steal that boost pad. Here goes Seiko, trying to put him away early, and Acronic has the clear. Atal quickly downfield, and Monkey Moon gonna have to collect and buy his teammates time to get back. Seiko does, now Extra in behind him. There's the clear, but only as far as Atal. And Extra right back to the center line where Seiko's waiting, but he has to backflip away because Acronic's in the air. Again, they read and react so quickly. And even a team like BDS, fast as they are, kind of got to tip their caps like, all right, y'all got some game. Here goes Acronic. Atal underneath. Acronic takes the option himself, and Monkey Moon not fooled by any of that. Initial save, Acronic double. No, doesn't have it.
So close, so close. But what I have noticed here is even where you see a player like Seiko, he's trying to take the ball up on the sidewall. He thinks he has free space. Someone from Liquid is in front of him to completely deny that, and then they're just battling for possession, even if it's for just a solid 50 to give their team a little bit of room. Seeing those types of plays just kind of goes to show you how much of a fight this really is. As Acronic rips it into the top right. Team Liquid take the lead.
They score first here with a Acronic perfect snipe through traffic. Team Liquid has some serious ice. Now at the halfway mark of game 2, the eternal question, can they hang on? Can they keep BDS off the scoreboard? It took 11 minutes for BDS to score 2. Acronic doesn't have much to work with. Atal behind him. Not really in a position to jump into the play. Oski is, however. Just thrown across, and Seiko will have it. And more importantly, bring that out to the wing, making Atal kind of chase him down. Problem is, he's got a boost deal out of the corner, and Acronic just missed on the double. He's been so close, Daz, but a couple big misses out of Acronic early in this series.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the case for Acronic, but honestly, all of Liquid, they've been really going for solid plays, either like doubles or flip resets back off the back wall. I think for them, once someone starts landing those, the confidence is going to skyrocket. It's been fortunate for BDS that those haven't landed yet, but still, they're getting the room to be able to execute those types of plays, which speaks for itself. Atal trying to land it. There's one. Bang for Atal. It's 2-goal lead for Liquid.
Eventually, they'll start nailing them. Got the demo behind the play. Seiko spawns in way too late, and Atal there for the double. Showing Acronic how it's done. 2-0 for Team Liquid. Minute 23 to go. Plenty of time for BDS here. They have not had the majority of offense at any stage except the tail end of overtime in game 1, where they eventually won it with Monkey Moon's strike. Here's Seiko. Looking for the double himself. Oh, he's a decoy, and then Seiko got in the way. Monkey Moon's shot beat the defense, if not for Seiko landing in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
That's unfortunate. That one's really unfortunate. Now they got to bring things back after possibly bringing this into a 1-goal game. Look, we'll get away with it, and we'll see how things develop from here.
Team BDS still keeping the guy way back. 40 seconds. About time to start kind of chasing this game, though. Oski right at Monkey Moon, who's coming up. But it's one out by Atal and Oski downfield. Tight angle, Extra cut it off. With 24 seconds, BDS has to scramble. Seiko. Oh, he pulled the string and he missed off the crossbar. Oh, he beat the defense again, but it's old Ironsides to the rescue, and time's about to run out here on Team BDS unless they can score right now and give themselves a shot at a kickoff goal to tie. Indirect shot sent away by Oski. Monkey Moon's going to run out of time, and so too is Team BDS as Liquid level the series.
trying to get one more. No, sir. Deny. Smiles from Team Liquid as they walk away with game 2. So much better down the stretch here. They're able to stop BDS from scoring, so the defense here steps up, and they're able to get some goals on the board with considerably less shots. Keep in mind, considerably, they still put on 11 in this game.
They put on half of the shots that they had in 11 minutes. By the way, Team BDS, their 8 shots of this game, that equals what they had in that 11-minute marathon. As we look at our recap and see Acronic and Atau get it going for Team Liquid, the double. We were talking about it, Daz. Eventually, those shots are going to land, and when it does, it's going to be bad news bears for Team BDS. Those shots landed, now it's trouble.
I mean, trouble. The writing on the wall was in game 1. Even with BDS taking that one, you could already see, okay, Liquid have you under a lot of pressure for a long time. Yes, the shooting's off, but all it takes is one double tap, and then next thing you know, the mood changes, the situation changes. These are young kids, and they have a lot of talent. So all they need is a little bit of momentum to get going here on the Liquid side. BDS, normally teams are afraid when playing against them. But these guys, they just seem ready for the challenge.
Chronic will try to start things off, but his teammates are headed back. Atau quickly back into the play. And Oski waiting in the corner to try and cut off Extra and go over Monkey Moon. Sure, why not? Atau way up by the ceiling and still managed to kind of drill down onto that ball. Team BDS swarming early. Kind of giving off Liquid vibes from game 1 where Liquid had all that pressure. Here goes Extra. Oski sent away. Monkey Moon's waiting, and Atau there with the save. Tell you what, all 6 of these players have such high field IQ. As this is set away, only Extra, last line of defense. A Chronic around the boards, and Extra pops it away from the oncoming Oski.
Monkey Moon with the carry. Again, haven't necessarily seen too many solid placements here for BDS offensively. Looking to see which player is going to be able to make that impact on the field. So right now, we've seen a familiar scenario. Ball on BDS's side, Liquid with pressure. Things are starting to go the other way. Good demo on the corner. There will be a little bit of space given as Monkey Moon tries to push this towards him. He's just sending it straight towards the Chronic, who will clear it out.
The only player still in this event averaging more than a goal a game is Seiko, and he's been left without any points at all. No goals, no assists early on in this series. Atau, floater for a Chronic. This is still dangerous, but Atau couldn't recover in time. So Seiko has the clear around Oski. Atau waiting for that midfield boost. I don't think it spawned for him. And now a Chronic will have to catch this on the backboard. And Monkey Moon try to drop one down to Extra. Nothing doing there for BDS, and Atau now trying to bait in Seiko. It worked, but Extra still there. You can beat one defender from BDS, but then it's the second one, as we've seen constantly. As Oski's got to scrape across, make the clear, not credited with a save. And now Atau, oh, he's around 1, spiked it down away, and Seiko will clear.
Things are starting to change here.
Reset too? No, nothing.
You can see it. Seiko, though, lots of space in the air. Even though that doesn't amount to much, as this ball bounces out, it's a good read from Extra. BDS are starting to kind of grab control here. A lot of challenges have been going their way. On top of that, they've been able to put on a lot of shots here early on. Liquid have been a little quiet. We haven't necessarily seen that offensive pressure we saw in games 1 and 2. And they can't continue to keep up on that pace. BDS are going to turn around and start to get on the scoreboard.
Seiko to collect. Extra trying to run interference. It was good enough. They finally slowed down Liquid just enough, and Seiko gets on the board at long last.
There it is. Give him time. He's lining up the shot, waits for the bounce to get some more power, and right over the defense. There's Seiko getting in for BDS as they set the tone in game 3.
So now a new threat that Liquid has to contend with. Seiko's looking for more. Got the flip reset over 1, but there's Oski. Monkey Moon to rebound. And a Chronic should have this ball away, but only as far as Extra. A Chronic redirect. Seiko barely got up for this. And then Extra jumps in front of Atau. I mean, it's something you constantly see in soccer, right? You got to go after the ball. Team BDS are, and they're jumping in front of a lot of these waiting defenders from Liquid.
Yeah. Being able, that change in terms of how they've been challenging has been really solid for them. And now they've been able to kind of get, like I said, just a little bit more freedom here. But also, it does seem like Liquid have just been a little late to some of their challenges. BDS have had a lot of space in their own back half. This Liquid, it feels like they've been trying to play the more midfield game. A chronic flip reset. Oh, just off the crossbar. That's how we'll try to keep this in for a moment. Oski looked for the follow, but Extra had that cleared all the way.
Extra went after a chronic up the wall, and he just missed him and almost paid the price for it. But the chronic has not found the range yet on that double tap. That pass out to him, sent away by Seiko. And Extra, boy, Atao and Oski both there. And double commits galore for Team Liquid, but they haven't been punished for it. Seiko will send one across. Extra thought about it. Realized Oski was there. Now Monkey Moon's just got to send it away. Everybody's got to get boosted up and reset to repel another Liquid attack. Extra's initial shot sent away. And Team BDS have had a couple opportunities that haven't registered as shots officially, but they're right around the mark. And when you look at their shot count here in game 3, it's right around what they've been at for the whole series. Atao, stopped by Extra. They're looking for their 8th shot here. Our BDS in this game, where they had 8 in both games 1 and 2. Monkey Moon for Extra for the win, and Atao made the save right at the death of regulation. Monkey Moon, one last look, double, no. Oski does not quite bring this to ground. Surely Liquid will try, but no, it's still Extra, keeping it in the air. Liquid have got to get this ball to ground and get this to overtime. Oski's got to let it go, and he does.
Close chance there.
Why did I think that game? Why did I think that game was tied?
That's how close that one was. Seiko had that one shot in, and that was really all she wrote here for this game. But I think the biggest thing here is Liquid were definitely uncharacteristically not playing up to the speed that we've seen them play in earlier in the series. BDS had so much more room to work with, and you can't give them that team. These guys are those guys, okay? Like just plain and simple. If you give any of them room, they'll be able to play it past you. And you saw Extra too with a lot of like his touches. They were very consistent, playing it high off the backboard, trying to force Team Liquid to be in uncomfortable situations, because what will happen is Liquid will throw the ball away, and then you give it to someone like Seiko or Monkey Moon, and they're gonna play it past your entire defense. So it just really seemed like they weren't controlling the ball as much as they probably should have, and BDS saw a full opportunity to take advantage, and they did.
Don't worry, I'll get a dunce cap for myself later on here. So 2-1 the lead now for Team BDS after another 1-goal game. That's been kind of the theme here. You had that 2-goal victory for Liquid with the shutout in game 2. Team BDS answers back with a shutout of their own, and now we go to Utopia, game 4. And we're getting into timeout territory here for these two squads. We'll see who has to burn it first. Will Liquid use theirs if they are facing down triple match point at the hands of BDS? Or might BDS use it if they drop the second game? I know, Daz, you're a big fan of using that timeout after the second loss, but of course your mileage may vary.
Yeah. Just keep in mind, every team has their own play style, and they use that if it even works for them. Some teams will prefer not to use it at all. It's really just team dependent. That being said, here, I think for me, I feel like Liquid again just have to kind of keep the speed up here. Those midfield challenges that they had earlier in the series worked really well for them, because it forced BDS to kind of play really close ball Rocket League instead of just having a lot of space in the air. I think denying that space and then passing anymore, seeing those transitions will work well. They just didn't do that game 3, and I'm worried that that'll get away from them, just like the ball has now. Monkey Moon's going to put this one all the way on the back wall.
Would have been just like this series for that pinch to have found its way in. Now Monkey Moon from the ceiling. Seiko's up the ladder now, looking for a double to drop one down in front of Extra. Extra shot a little high, and Oski will patiently wait to send this away. I think he was trying to maybe bait BDS in, thinking they wouldn't have any boost. And Atao sends one away from the oncoming Seiko. There's no. Extra, shots galore, and he'll follow it up himself. A little bump on the play as well as BDS score first.
There's BDS again. You can see the recipe for disaster for Liquid. They're bumping into each other. Seiko's bumping the net out, and Extra's consistent. He'll place the shot every day. BDS with the lead here in game 4.
Or I've made a big note now. BDS has a lead.
No, they don't.
Not anymore. 3:33 to go. It's what, 5 seconds in, and a Chronic answers back. Well, forget that. Cross that one off the list. A Chronic getting involved in the action again.
Quick kickoff goal. BDS ends up giving that one away, and now Liquid back in the conversation. But that one, you know, you're not going to get a kickoff going that well every time. I say that. But this one was going.
Again.
Yeah, they had that solid start. It's just about seeing if they can keep, again, consistently placing BDS in tough spots. Maybe a chance here. It's a low one and a slow one, slow enough for Monkey Moon to get to it.
I wonder if the defense getting back might have altered that shot just a little bit, even a gentle nudge to throw off the momentum. Zosky will catch this. That's how crisscrossing around in the back. And Atta might have to get back to the net here. He's got this clear away from Monkey Moon. But Extra dumps one right back in. See how quickly Liquid can get out of the zone this time as we dip inside 245. Oski for a Chronic. He has to wait for it. And Extra moving so quickly downfield. And this is kind of that cyborg attack out of Team BDS where they just move so quickly, they don't even seem human. As Oski will just launch one back into the zone, and Liquid are not being shy about it at all. They're bringing it right back in. Atao up high, Monkey Moon off to the side. And where's the follow-up? A Chronic. Oh, the pass was there for Oski, but led him a little too far, and Seiko will gladly take this away. Only as far as Atao, and then a Chronic jumps in the way of Monkey Moon.
This game has definitely been developing very interesting here. I think looking at BDS, they've been low on boost, and just like that, Oski able to take the lead. A ripper of a shot off the crossbar.
Welcome to the series, Oski. The last player to score in this series, and he gets one with the kind bounce off the crossbar. And we've seen so many post and crossbar hits in this series. Oski's got the gentle touch, apparently. 2-1 lead now with 2 minutes. Monkey Moon for Seiko. Denied by Atao. And Extra was pressed up pretty far. Oski couldn't take out Monkey Moon, and here he comes. Launch one into the zone. Extra waiting in case a Chronic didn't have the clear. Now Seiko with Extra waiting. That's a brilliant pass right on the nose.
Of course it is. It's BDS. Look at Seiko. Solid right to him. Extra doesn't have to think twice about it. He just has to place it. That's the standard you expect when you see this team, and they deliver with that equalizer.
Game on here now with 100 seconds left. Monkey Moon and Extra are forward. Got a boost steal out of the corner. Here comes Seiko. Got a piece of that challenge from Oski. All 3 BDS cars in the same area. They've got to disperse as Atao has the clear. And here comes Liquid. Going to throw one right down the middle in the direction of Oski, whose shot is deflected away by Extra before it got anywhere close. Now Seiko through traffic. Atao's up the back wall. Easy clear from the backboard. And here comes Oski again. Maybe a little more confidence out of the youngster. I know, pick one. The Chronic waiting for this to come off the wall, and Extra got a piece of him. So with a minute left, Team BDS should still have possession.
Yeah, they are doing really well here possession-wise. And again, I start looking at the boost totals here, because when Liquid are on the approaching, when they are really bringing it to BDS, they're always at least 2 players under the 50 boost mark, just playing off of a little low boost, if not lower than that. And I even saw them chasing down Seiko, not letting him get any boost, trying to keep him at 0 for as long as possible, just so they can set up something. Knowing that they have the threat in the air denied is a big confidence booster for Liquid, because then they can go up and try to make plays like the ones we're seeing now. As a Chronic tries to get there and pitches out, Atao goes for it, but it's blocked out from Extra. A good couple of 50s go Liquid's way as they try to keep this one in, but BDS are passing it around. 1-2, Monkey Moon to the top right. BDS take the lead.
He is the one named Monkey Moon. Seiko set him up perfect. Top right. No chance. 15 seconds. Team Liquid really up against it now. Atao. Oski, he had to outrun Extra trying to take him out. And now the final countdown. A Chronic into space, but not towards Atao. Extra's taken off the pitch, though. 3 seconds left. Chronic got to keep it in the air, and that's not going to happen. Team BDS will get away from this one, and BDS is one win away from the grand finals, but that may be their biggest test, and they've risen to the challenge in regulation.
Yeah, that was really well done because it looked like Liquid had that game in the bag. I thought we were going to go at least 6 here in this series. Still a chance here, but Liquid are taking the time to talk this one over. We do have a timeout from Team Liquid as they got to start talking and figure things out, because even with that opening start from them, they still have only walked away with the game here this series. Put on match point, they got to start to think about, okay, what can we do? Because we're giving away goals here against BDS pretty late, and it's been hurting them.
Always love the face cam meta of Rocket League pros. There is a face there in the lower left. I assure you, it's just kind of hidden off to the side. Nobody knows anything about framing. But now they got to frame up this situation for themselves here. Down 3-1. Lower bracket looming. And probably a Moist Esports team waiting in the lower semis as they can... We'd like to have another shot at these guys. And you wonder if on Championship Sunday, coming off a loss, if there would be a similar result. Team BDS, they are just kind of chilling. All vibes, up 3-1, waiting to get to another grand final. This BDS has not lost an RLCS series since adding Seiko. And it's hard to imagine that they're going to from this position as we wait to load up on Wasteland here for Game 5. A must-win, of course, for Team Liquid. And this is where you're going to find out, Daz, a lot about these players and what they're really made of. Up against the wall, against the best team in the region, can they recover?
Exactly. This is really about the recovery here. Again, this series has been very close, and Liquid have shown signs of being able to kind of, honestly, you know, I know the fan vote was really split here, but they look like a team that can win here in these situations. It's been really fun to watch this team play against the top, but you can see that there is a lack of kind of consistency there, and that has really been what's been hurting them. So now it's about, okay, how do we get back to where we were? How do we stop this new BDS who's been changing up the playstyle a little bit and been kind of getting in our way? We only got one chance to find out. As Wasteland Knights loaded up, Team Liquid versus BDS. We're in a Game 5. BDS have the series on match point. Can Liquid bounce back?
I never want to hear anybody ever again say, boy, I miss League play. You would never have any of these star-making performances like we've had out of Team Liquid and eventually at once upon a time out of Seiko and the rest of Team BDS. Here goes Oski. Trying to find Atao and instead only finding Extra. The Chronic's around him. Liquid got to get on the board early. You'd have to imagine trying to set the tone here in Game 5, especially coming out of the timeout. Monkey Moon will send one away, and he's got all day to play this. That's dangerous for Liquid.
Good touch from Atao, trying to get this one out from Liquid. But still, Monkey Moon, that good cutoff in the midfield. Seiko's right under him. Again, force some pressure here. But Liquid doing a solid job of being able to control the ball. You see Atao picking that one up. A Chronic tried to get around it, forcing Monkey Moon out. And Oski last back. It was a risky challenge. We'll just have to result with a clear here as a Chronic back in it. Gets the flip. Will he use it? Does use it, but Seiko had a good read.
Bold play from a Chronic, starting that from in front of his own goal with BDS bearing down on him. A Chronic got the demo on Seiko, but Monkey Moon unfazed. He'll send it away. Seiko back in the play, and he's going right after Atao's touch, but played that away from him. Now Oski coming in. There will be no turn as Monkey Moon way up in the air, and a Chronic's got to send this away. Atao to take over. And for Team Liquid, frustration probably setting in at some point, wondering just how they're going to get a leg up here on BDS. Seiko skying one towards the net. A little bit high, and Atao's got the clear.
This one drops. Monkey Moon tries to play it high. But Oski on the back wall. Look at that pass straight to a Chronic. They're able to completely pass it out in transition, putting BDS on their own end. Now Liquid starting to at least make this a little bit more awkward for BDS as they have that offensive control. Chance for a Chronic. Top left, but Extra has the read to knock it away.
Goal differential in this series is only +1 to Team BDS, almost +2, but Achronic jumped in front for the save. This will go right to extra, and Achronic nudges him out of the way. Seiko, right down the middle. That's right to Achronic, and they have not been afraid of Achronic in this series. His accuracy hasn't been there, but he's had plenty of opportunities, and there's still time for him to punish them. That'll down towards Oscar. He's on his way back. So Monkey Moon almost made a mess of that, but extra's there for it. Atal for Achronic, and there'll be no follow-up there.
You talked about Achronic earlier. I mean, for him, most of the time when he's in the air, it's usually a flip reset. I feel like, as that's a close one, that BDS are starting to be more aware of that. Okay, Achronic's in the air. How far is he from the net? Okay, he's just going to go for a flip reset. I've even seen Seiko get some good challenges there. And Seiko tries to put a shot on himself. I think just kind of mixing up the style a little bit in terms of how they're approaching with some offensive creativity will be big, as they need to work on some defense. Seiko slots one in, and BDS take the lead.
His second goal after the entire defense got broken down. Atal, last line of defense. Achronic couldn't get back in time, and now Team BDS is 1:48 away from punching another ticket to the grand finals, this time of the Tour de Rocket League. Seiko didn't touch it. Monkey Moon did, and boy, did he ever. A drill right through the net, 2-0.
It's a free shot to Monkey Moon. You can't give a free shot to Monkey Moon. Top left slot. 2-goal lead for BDS. They're looking to close the series out right here, right now.
You can't give a contested shot to Monkey Moon for that matter. And he's cheating up off the kickoff here. Race to the side boost. And Achronic gonna line up another, but he's gonna peel off as Seiko's got this. Now 1:30. Team Liquid running out of time in the upper bracket. Monkey Moon down towards Oski. Extra jumped in the way. And this has happened time and time again, Daz, all throughout this series. Liquid have just kind of been watching that ball come down to them, and Extra just jumps in like, yoink, I'll take this.
If you give him the space, Extra's that playmaker to get involved in. Hey, he'll step up to the board if he needs to. 1 goal apiece for BDS. Everybody getting involved here. Like I said, 1:20. Liquid are running out of options. They need something now if they want to have a chance to come back in this game.
Team BDS has blown this series wide open. Monkey Moon lining up another. Looking to add one to the highlight reel, and Atal says no. Seiko gonna have to play it off his own backboard and then send it away. Are you kidding me? Then Extra for the knockout blow. Thanks for playing.
No way. The clear from Seiko is
How does he not get an assist on this? Are you kidding?
He should have given an assist from that.
I'm giving him one. I'm just going to write one down here. Seiko gets an assist.
Oh, my. Yeah, this one got out of control. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Wow. They came out of that timeout, and Team BDS chose violence. Extra looking for another. He won that challenge through. Beat 2 defenders. Now they might just try and run it up after struggling so much to break past this Team Liquid defense. I don't think they're going to be averaging less than a goal per game conceded after this is all said and done. Oski going to take over with less than 30 seconds, holding on to any glimmer of hope they would have had, and that might have just been extinguished there. Seiko cleared away. That's how almost put it in, and then he saved it at the end. He didn't allow Monkey Moon to pad his stats and add his 4th goal of the series. But how about this performance? I mean, sure, you take your hat off to Team Liquid. They proved they're for real here in this event. But Team BDS, I know it's weird to praise the team of this caliber, but they were tested here in this series. They rose above, and as soon as this ball touches down, they will head to yet another grand final.
Team BDS continue to set the standard here as a top team in Europe. And